Hey, I have three beautiful journals to show you today. They're all, I think it's faux leather, or I say fake leather, or I used to call it fox leather. But yeah, they're pink. They're not perfect. Sewing's good, but it's not 100% straight. They're not 100% correct and straight. They are what they are. They're eclectic journals, and I don't make any remarks about them being perfect. So you take them as they are. Pretty good though. So I'll go first, because the first one I want to show you is something I haven't seen done. So I've done it. Maybe someone has done it. They probably have, but I just haven't seen it. It's a sideways journal. They're all tied with this lace, so I won't bother you with that. It's the pink faux stuff with the sewing, but I've never seen a sideways journal. And sometimes you think, when you're sitting in planes or you're sitting somewhere where you're not very cramped, I suppose it's different to start new. But anyway, here we go. I've done the cover. Try not to get the light on it. Of all bits and pieces lace. I'm going to take this off because it's going to crap me off. I've got a pocket in here so you can put what you want in. It's all layered with hessian, different kinds of hessian. I've got tags. Now this was a lady. This tag here is made out of paper towel that I've used to mop up spills of ink and paint. So that's just something a bit different. They're fun to use. I always save them to make. Stamped coffee stained paper. Here I've got one of my, okay, this is maybe why you don't do sideways journals. Hang on. Right. Is one of my bookmarks, maybe. It's made out, like I said, it's made out of all bits of material with some buttons. My friend in England, Tracy, sent me some buttons, so I'm really happy with them. They're awesome. Music paper. Here I've made a folder, and it flips out, and it flips out, and it flips out, and then it flips over and out again. So it's a massive big folder that's been, I've handmade it from manila folder and magazine bits and pieces. So some stamping, scrapbook paper, some of my oxide vellum. Here's a bag, and in it you've got journal cards. It's a lock one. What I love about you, it's old fashioned, but yep, so journal cards in this little bag. On this page you've got a homemade card I've made, so craft paper, put it in the envelope, so you can either use that in your book or, oh, and that's my homemade paper as well that I was making the other day in another video, so it's all homemade crinkle paper. Here you got some tickets and a journaling card with a spoon. Edith Holden paper. This is some vintage people paper. Here you've got some tickets and an old vintage photo. Okay, that was a bit silly of me. Oh yeah, there's 3 tickets. Between among, so it's a word kind of ticket. Map, coffee day died. The other part of that, look at that, that's awesome. That's that handmade paper I did the other day. The best of the bag. That. Here's these little packs I've been making. It's in a baseball card packet. So just a plastic. It's got a vintage photo, a couple of 50s, 60s pin-up girl stickers, some tickets, some writing, some more tickets, some butterflies, a bit of a zine. Here we go again, my friend sent me. So these you can all use in this book. Well, you don't have to, but I've given you some options to use. So they all go back in a little baseball packet and go back onto there. Paper, music. Now this here, I got this haul the other day, this awesome music paper. So this is all from the 1930s, so it's old paper. And then at the back, there's a picture. So that goes back together, and that's my sideways journal. So it's a bit of fun. Like I said, the sewing's not the best and the cutting's not the best, but you know what I'm like. I put it down person. If it puts down, it stays down. And that's what eclectic is to me. It's bits of this, bits of that, and how it's done. I'm not perfect, so it's the same as this one. This is another one. It's got the leather, faux leather, pink. It's a nice colour. And it's just been done on here with the graphic 45 paper, bits and pieces. It's another pocket I've made to put stuff in. I don't think there's anything in there. No. It's all podging here. Not podging, but you know, put together, layered. That's what I'm looking for. Layered. Here's a bridal tag that I've made. So that's got layers on it as well. Yep, just that. Bag, some dressmaking patterns, tea stained paper, tag I've made with some journaling cards. It's just a tag. That's the 1930s paper, some stamping. And here is another bookmark I've made. It's all hand sewn, as you can tell by the back. So that you can use in here or wherever you want to use it. So if you hear noises, it's just the cats. Yep. Oh, this is old vintage paper from music book. You can tell by the staining on it. Here's another little thing I've made here, and it's got some paper in it. I've made some little fold outs, and it's got a little vintage photo, so they go in there with it's an old library pocket. I think my friend Renee sent to me a few of them, but it's been layered as well with bits of cotton and material and bits. Here's some of my handmade paper. Little cat thing. I thought it would look nice. Edith Holden paper. Handmade stamping with words. Tim Holtz paper, that is. More stamping. That's that music paper. It smells vintage too. You'll be able to smell it. Stamping. Another vintage music paper, and here's a pocket I've made. Put a couple of retro kind of tags in it, so you can write on the back of them. And that's all hand painted under there and stained as well. Music paper, dressmaking, stained envelope. Oh, okay. Back here. Oh no, there's nothing. There's nothing in this pocket. Oh, that's alright. I'll put some stuff in there. And here's just some photos. Photos and layering. These images are from Mrs. Cogg's Crafts. So that's that one. And then the last one is this one. Same thing. Faux leather, pink, sewed, a bit crooked. This is Cogg's print. I've got some beautiful colours on here with bits and pieces. Hope is never lost. So this one, this is a bit different. This is a little, let me have a look. You can stick things in this one as well. It's another, but these have got little tags in them, little pocket, coffee, little tags, so you can put things in top. I'll just stick that in there so you can see. Edith Holden paper. This is that music book, Rodgers and Hammerstein, I think this one is. Piano Solo by Roger Forbes. This is vintage. What does that say? Now Fiji is yours for an incredibly low $283, so I'm tipping that was. Now this is another paper bag I've made, hand painted, and it has a little file folder in there with some little bits and pieces. So we'll put that back in there, and clip, oh, no, clip, clip that on there. Where am I going? Can you ever get this straight? Like music paper, that's the paper bag, beautiful tea stained, and here's my homemade paper, some vintage. This is that University of Melbourne, Adelaide, Queensland, Tasmania, Western Australia. It's obviously Australian music paper. It's very thick, it's old, and it smells vintage. Stamping and tags. Here's another one of these little books, little bags things. I don't know what's in this one. What's in here? Oh, these are cutouts. What do you call it? Retro cutouts I've made. Little tags, retro tags. And these are a part of the zine from my friend. It's a little cutie. A little tag, vintage tag. So they all go back. I think they're a good idea actually, these little pockets. I'm glad I thought to make them. Well, someone's obviously made them before, but they're new to me. Geographic paper. This is some tea stained. Aha! My fancy vellum, handmade paper, old vintage music. These are my new painted pages that I made the other day. You can write on them. A little tag, and once again that's made from the paper Viva paper towel from the mop-ups. Oh, look at this perler. I made this. It's a doily with bits and pieces of everything everywhere. So I've clipped that on there. You might want to take it off and put it somewhere else, or don't know what you'd scrapbooking paper. God, I'm amazed at myself. I haven't actually put anything upside down yet. Painted paper, vintage music, handmade, vellum, vintage paper. These are another one of these handmade cards I've made, craft paper. So you can either send it to someone, give it to someone, put it in your journal, write in it. Some list of things to do with that. Stamping, music paper, that's that thick one. Handmade. Gee, that's come up well. Ah yes, look at that. Here's the end. We've got something in this one. We've got journal cards, paper, and set. Oh my god, that's Australian. Music, Edith Holden. Oh, here's another little one I've made. Oh, with the paper. And there's a print from Mrs. Cogg's Craft. So that's another one. So they're all finished, and these will be available in my Etsy shop, and most of the others have sold, and I'm quite pleased because I like people to have my eclectic things, and I'm pricing them, I hope, reasonable. Overinflated prices of journals and that is a bit ridiculous to me, because if you're a crafter you can make them and you know the way that they're made and stuff. But yeah, I price mine accordingly, so maybe that's why I sell them, I don't know. But these are cute. Put them in your handbag, put them in your drawer, leave them. I've got one in the car. They're nice and chunky. They've got a bit of everything in it, so Hope you like them, and yeah, I'll do a few more videos later with some tutorials in it, bits and pieces. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.